嗨，各位同学好，欢迎来到 Phonics 自然音标 Phonics 自然音标的课程。好的，今天同学们，我们还是一样要进入到我们的 Vocabulary of the Day， 还是一样。我们还是今天要到我们的 cn.com 这个地方来去找我们的Student News。我们可以打这个如果你要知道这个网站名称，你就按 www。我们只要再打 www.cnn.com and studentnews 也就是 www.cnn.com/studentnews， 我们就可以找到这个我们最近在学的这个好用的这个CNN Student News 它是一个我们的一个 media 它有这个我们所谓的video clips 可以知道那昨天我们谈到这个文章是 June 2nd 2015那他昨天读的是 Part 1， 今天读的是 Part 2那它是 A look back at some of the most momentous stories CNN has covered since its launch in 1980. Our daily current events coverage resumes on Wednesday. 那昨天读的是第一章，我们现在来看当你按这个它的 video clip 它就会进入到他们的学习课程。记得在这个我们来看一下这个 CC 的地方叫做 Closed Caption 请记得你把它打开来，按一下它就会有字幕了有字幕你就可以看得懂它今天你可以边看边读。OK，Anyway， 今天我们读的是 Part 2， 所以跟还是同样昨天的那个 video clip， 不过我们今天是它的延伸。那要怎么学这样子单字呢？那当然，请同学们先来听一下。Let's go for the 2 vocabulary words for today. Let's go for the first one. So listen carefully. I will pronounce the first vocabulary. The first vocabulary of the day is headline. 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 And the second vocabulary word of the day is history. 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 If you know how to spell those 2 vocabulary words, please write them down. Now I will repeat the pronunciation for those 2 vocabulary words again. The first one of the day is headline. 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 And the second vocabulary word is history. 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 Okay, if you know how to spell those 2 words, please write them down. Now let's go over the 2 vocabulary words that were introduced today. Let's look at the image that was from the clip. Headlines and history since CNN launched 35 years ago. Let's go over the first vocabulary words and let's go over the definition parts for those 2 vocabulary words. Let's start with the first one. Let's follow me on the first one. Headline. 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 Definition of headline in English. Noun. A heading at the top of article or page in a newspaper or magazine. A front page headline. More example sentences. Sick and tired patients in uproar. Play one front page headline in a leading daily newspaper. Okay, now I will repeat the pronunciation and definition part for the first vocabulary words. Let's follow me. Read along with me. Headline, headline, headline. Definition of headline in English. Noun. A heading at the top of an article or page in a newspaper or a magazine. A front page headline. More example sentences. Sick and tired. Patients in uproar. Blair one front page headline in a leading daily newspaper. Let's take a look for the second vocabulary words. History, history, history. Definition of history in English. Noun, plural, histories. The study of past events, particularly in human affairs. Medieval European history. More example sentences. An honest answer is that we do not know. That is why we do history and study current events. Origin. Late Middle English, also as a verb. Var, Latin, from Greek. Historia, finding out. Narrative, history, from histor, learn. Wise man, from an Indo-European rule shared by wheat. Now let's go over and I will repeat the pronunciation and definition part for the second vocabulary words. Let's follow me, read along. History, history, history. Definition of history in English. Noun, plural, histories. The study of past events, particularly in human affairs. Medieval European history. More example sentences. An honest answer is that we do not know. That is why we do history and study current events. Origin. Late Middle English, also as a verb. Var, Latin, from Greek. Historia, finding out. Narrative, history, from histor, learn. Wise man, from an Indo-European root shared by wheat. Let's take a look how those two words, what are the rules apply on those two vocabulary words. 让我们看看这两个单字，它们可以用的什么样子的自然音标来做解释。第一个是 headline, H-E-A-D, interpon, line, 所以它是一个 interpon, so one interpon, two syllables, 所以 two syllables, 两个 syllable。那当然，我们知道 head and line 都是名词，所以它是双重音 two， 它也是 two stress, main stress and secondary stress。好，我们看 head 很好玩，它是 onset H， 的 nucleus， 它的 nucleus 是 EA， 然后我们看它的 coda 是 D， 所以我们看 head C VV C consonant vowel consonant， 也就是 CVVC 的 combination， 但是注意它的 vowel， 它的两个 vowel 不是 V 加 V， 它是后面的 A 不发音，前面的做降母音，也就是短母音，所以 head， 所以我们看它的 short vowels E， 然后我们有个 silent A， 所以它是 head。那我们来看第二个是 line L-I-N-E， 啊，所以它一样，它是什么？它是我们的 onset L 啊 nucleus I， 注意它的 coda 是 ne， 所以它的 line line 一不发声，跳过 n， 把 i 拿成长母音 line line， 所以再一遍 head interpon line head 啊，所以它的第一个 head 它是一个 variant 哈，虽然它这个 show vowel 它是一个 variant ea as show vowel e， 然后怎样？这是什么 consonant vowel e， 所以 e 不发声，把 i 拉成长母音 line consonant vowel e 不发声，跳过啊sorry 是 vowel consonant e vowel consonant e 就是母子一不发声，跳过子音，让母音拉成长母音。好 ，let's take a look for the second vocabulary words. History, H-I-S, interpon T-O, interpon R-Y. History. 那当然重音在第一个音节，所以重音在第一个音节之后呢，好，我们看一样，它是什么？它是什么？它是 onset H nucleus I coda S， 所以怎样 CVC 就念短母音啊，所以我们看它是一个母子音的这个现象哈，所以我们看 HIS 母子音啊 V and C vowel and consonant his interpon， 所以后面两个是弱母音，所以一个念t， 一个念 e， 尾音 y 通常都是弱译音 re， 啊，所以再看 his interpon to interpon re， 啊，所以这样子啊 v and c his 弱母音连续两个2、3音节 t re， 啊，所以两个弱母音在2、3音节啊，有尾音 y 通常就念弱译音哈。History 啊，那我们一起来把这个单字念一下哈。Headline 啊，有 s 的时候就是 headlines history 还是一样的，同学们，如果愿意跟老师做个朋友 ，Google Plus David TTING88 Google Plus David TTING88 或者 David TTING 88@gmail.com 写信给老师，老师很乐意跟你做个线上朋友。If you're interested to be my friends, you can Google Plus David TTING88 or you can write email to me davidtting88@gmail.com。以上就是今天的 vocabulary of the day， 谢谢各位同学的观赏。